Hello, everybody. Welcome to the November energy update. It is actually 11:11 as I begin this, so powerful month ahead. I really feel like this big message that keeps coming up is that there's a new portal that is opening, and it's time to let yourself evolve. It feels like this evolution, this tipping point is taking place. So before I get into the energy update, I just want to make a quick announcement that on 11/11, I will be launching my self-paced guided channeling course called Activate Your Channel. This is Channeling 101, Intro to Channeling. I'm sharing all the tips, all the tools. This is something that I have been teaching others and guiding others through, and it's finally here as a self-paced course. I'm really excited about this because where we are moving, a lot of people, and especially in this energy update, a lot of people are stepping into their gifts, are learning how to connect for themselves. And now more than ever, it is so important that we tune into our own guidance, our own wisdom, and connect with the higher consciousness and your soul and source energy so that you can receive your own information, guidance, and wisdom. Now more than ever, this is so important with this day and age where there are answers at your fingertips and there's ChatGPT and all these different things. So really, you don't need ChatGPT. You can really connect with your soul. So I'm sharing all the tips, all the tools. They're guided channeling experiences that I'm really excited about. I think the most thing that I'm excited about this course are the guided meditation activations in the course. This is for those of you who are curious or opening up to your gifts, or maybe you already are a seasoned channeler. This course is really for you. And I'm sharing so many tools and tips and all the information, and I'm making this very accessible because something that I'm so passionate about is teaching people how to channel, how to connect for themselves, how to open up to their gifts, because everybody is a channel. Everybody has psychic gifts and abilities. And now more than ever, it is so needed, whether you want to go on and become a channel, do this for your career, or really just do this for your everyday life. I think that the more that we tap into our own information for our soul and share that and express that, which is so tied to this month, it's hilarious. But the more that we really tap into that infinite wisdom of our soul, this can guide you in your everyday life. So it doesn't have to be something that you use as your career. This is for your everyday life of whenever you need information. That infinite knowledge and wisdom is always available to you. You don't need ChatGPT, you don't need other people. You just need to connect with your own soul's light and your own information. So this will be launching on 11/11. So stay tuned for this. I am so excited. So here we go. Let's get into the energy update for the month. I'm really feeling actually a lot of crown chakra, a lot of throat chakra upgrades. Feels like a lot of throat chakra and crown chakra activations, that these are the energy centers for the month. And I'm really getting that a new portal is opening up. And I feel like as you're listening to this, you can open up and imagine walking yourself through a portal of light and feel these new energies, feel the new light coming in, letting yourself be replenished. So whenever you're maybe listening to this, I feel like there is a need right now for you to replenish your light. So as you're listening to this, imagine that there's light being replenished, letting yourself receive, opening up to be replenished by this light that is coming through right now. Feel yourself expand. Feel yourself receive even more of this light. Feel yourself receive even more of yourself today in this moment. It is time to center yourself and let yourself sit and be replenished by this light and allow the divine to work through you. Allow this light to fill you up, to fill up your cup. I'm just letting this come through as it is, but calling things to you. It feels like there's an energy of letting yourself receive, of needing to open up your capacity to receive. And when you feel like, oh, this is too much, see if you can let yourself expand even more, because you have evolved. You are no longer where you were before. This is so exciting. You are no longer where you were before. Your capacity has shifted. Therefore, what was once previously blocked, what was not possible, is now possible. You have now become and can hold this new energy. You've become this new version. There's a new version of yourself that is being unlocked, and you are no longer lingering in this in-between because you have evolved. And I feel like this need to say, welcome to your new life. Welcome to your new era. You have evolved. So therefore, your gifts have evolved. Your vision has evolved. This vision that you have for your life is ready to evolve. It's ready to expand. It's ready to take on new forms. And so I feel like this month is very quick. I feel like there's a lot of exhilarating, uplifting, dynamic energies to this month. It does feel very quick. It feels very activating. A new portal has really opened up for you. And so I feel like life is shifting quite quickly. Quick decisions, undeniable pulls, this need to act, and this need to really like allow your gifts, allow your new identity, allow yourself to evolve. Your energy has evolved, it is upgraded. And so therefore the vision is ready to take on a new form. And it feels like your human mind feels like you are behind where you really are. Your human mind is slower than what your heart knows to be true. So I feel like there's energy that's ready to move quick and free, but then there's this human part of you, and your heart knows that you're ready. Your heart knows that you are capable more. So if you can connect more with what your heart knows, the light of your soul, because I feel like there's this human mind and tendency as to want to slow yourself down to what your heart knows to be true. So I feel like the more that you can connect with the light of your heart and the light of your soul, because your soul wants to move quickly, it wants to step into this new portal of possibilities. So it's time to evolve. You are no longer where you used to be. And so there's like these stories that you have that are ready to go. Like they're no longer part of your reality. So it's time to untether yourself. I feel like energy over the past few months has really feels like untethering, like untethering yourself to an old template, an old framework of reality, because the new energy of you and the new energy of this month and what you're stepping into, it's very quick, it's very dynamic. So it's time to run free. These stories that maybe were once true are no longer true. They're no longer part of your reality. So it's time to move forward and really anchor into this new era. I do feel like there's some kind of human mind that is slowing you down, and it's holding you into an old reality that is no longer there. So your heart knows something. Your heart knows the truth of who you are and where you're at right now. So it does feel like an exhilarating, uplifting energy. It feels like a lot of flow of new foundations are now set. Energy has really been building, like energy has been building, your confidence has been building. There is now reached a tipping point to where things are ready to move in the right direction. So I do feel like there's an alignment this month. It feels like things have been building, and now there's this tipping point where things are really beginning to take form. Things are really beginning to move in the right direction. And I feel like there's pieces of the puzzle are coming together. There's no need to chase or push. There's just a need to really center yourself and hold the field and really let things come to you. Because I do get the sense that there's this new version of yourself that is here. Even your guides that are coming through, there's new guides, and they really mean business. There's no more waiting around. There's a new level of power coming from you. And with this new version, there's like this new version of yourself means business. You are becoming the CEO of your life. You're becoming the CEO of your energy. And with that is the need to no longer hold on, but really anchor into a new energy that is ready to move forward. There's no more waiting here. There's no more sitting and lingering and contemplating. The energy needs you to move quicker. It's like you need to move into a higher spiral here because there's a new spiral that is turning. And in this new energy, you are in the energy of no longer waiting. So it's like, it's time to get on with things. It's time to expand, let your energy field expand because you have evolved. This new version of yourself, it requires like maturity. You have grown, you have matured. There's like spiritual maturity and responsibility. So what I mean by this is like, you know, that old version of yourself that's very fragmented. It's in this powerless energy. You are no longer in that energy. And this new version of yourself is really like, hey, we need to anchor into this new energy because we are not that fragmented version. We are stepping into a more powerful version of ourselves. So therefore, we need to move into this new spiral of faster, quicker moving energy. And with that comes this new spiritual maturity. Like you are actually very ready. It's like you're ready for this new mature version of yourself that's coming forward. You're ready to hold this new energy. You're ready to step into this new energy. I feel like there's untapped potential that is unlocking. There's destiny unlocking. And I feel like life is really shifting quite quickly. So I feel like you're going to have these moments where there's quick decisions, undeniable pulls, this need to express and share. This expression, like the throat chakra and the crown chakra. So you may know things and you might not know how you know them, but this is where the crown chakra is coming in, and this need to express your truths and what you know to be true. This like spiritual responsibility. So there's responsibility over your words, over your energy, because you have evolved. And with that, there is responsibility with how you're carrying yourself. You have a responsibility to step into this mission that you're stepping into and this purpose. There's something to do with like your perception is shifting. Your perception is expanding, which creates a lot of change. All it can really take is one perception shift that really unlocks everything. It happens through the energetic first, which translates into the physical. And I feel like there's been a lot of energetics and deeper energetics that you've been working on. And now there's this embodiment of this new version of yourself. You can hold this new frequency. So I do feel like, once you pick the lock, there's this image of like picking this lock. You've been working and taking your time to open up and to pick this lock, which can, take time to pick the lock, right? It can take time and energy, but once this lock is open, it's open and it's forever unlocked. And I feel like this new level is unlocked within you. With this energy is like you've been working at it, you've been picking at it, and now this energy is unlocking. It's opening, it's expanding, and there's a greater integration of these codes that are ready to be shared through you. This month, there's a lot of gift upgrades. There's a lot of new codes coming in. There's a lot of activations. I'm seeing like you are unlocking this new level within yourself. So it is taking you time. It can take a lot of time to get to this new energy, right? But once it's there, once it's locked into place, or rather unlocked, it is there and it's quick and it's movement. So I feel like you're really finding it there. There's a need for meditation. There's a need for stillness, which is where new insights are beginning to drop in. I feel like there's a lot of new innovative ideas. When you recharge, when you step into meditation, is where you're going to receive your information. It's where you're going to receive your downloads amongst this dynamic flow of energy. So I feel like there's a lot of need for stillness, for meditation, and that is where you're going to receive your next step. It's where you're going to receive the new insights. It's where you're going to receive a lot of like this innovative energy. There is a lot of new innovative ideas that are ready to come forward. But when you recharge, when you step away, meditate or recharge your light is where you're going to receive these new ideas, these new insights. And that is where this dynamic flow is going to come from. Deep ancient wisdom is coming to the surface, which you are now ready to receive this new information. You are now at a place in your path where you have gained the wisdom. You are now more responsible. You've gained the spiritual maturity for you to receive this new level of responsibility of what you're stepping into with leadership, with the information, with the gifts that you are unlocking. With great power comes great responsibility. And I feel like you have like earned your wings. You've completed those lessons to be able to hold this like spiritual maturity that is taken for you to step into this new energy. So it's really like, it's time to grow up. It's time to get on with things. It's time to move in the direction. It's time to really focus your mindset and to grow up, to no longer linger in the old energy, the old mindsets, like those are old stories. And now it's time to grow up and step into this like new, mature, evolved version of yourself, the one that is going to get it done. So there is spiritual maturity with this new, I feel like these new gifts coming forward. I feel like these new guides coming forward, this new like higher version of yourself that is coming forward. It has required you to move through certain lessons and experiences to now it's like spiritual maturity. Now they can really work with your energy. They can work with you now because you're no longer lingering in that old energy. You have matured, you have evolved. And now they're like, the divine's like, now we can work with you because This has required you to become more responsible, spiritual maturity, to become, the CEO of your life and your energy. And I feel like with this new guide group and this new version of yourself, you have had to go through certain experiences, certain lessons in order to become this version of you that can hold this light, that can hold the energy of what you're here to bring forward, these gifts that you're here to bring forward. You have now earned your wings, you've earned your stripes, you've passed those tests, and now your energy is kind of untethered for the divine to work with you and to flow through you. I feel like you have become unattached to anything old, to like smaller versions of yourself, to smaller things that you've been doing. There's this untethering, and now there's this upliftment and this quicker energy, dynamic energy that is like, okay, finally we can work with this person. We can work through this person because this person's now ready to hold this energy. You've become more, mature, and you've evolved, and this new level of yourself is here. So it's like, welcome to your new era. There's a lot of innovation. There's a lot of fresh ideas, new ideas that you're ready to bring forward. And so with this is this energy of like what you're receiving, this crown chakra, that your divine knowledge is coming forward, which is where this like meditation and stillness is where the mastery comes in, right? Where you're receiving the new insights, the new innovation, like new innovative ways, new guides coming forward, fresh ideas. And now this knowledge wants to be expressed through you. So with great power comes great responsibility, right? And you're now able to be in this new energy, this new knowledge. You're now ready to express your truths and your desires. And I just keep hearing like fortune favors the bold. This energy of what you've been working to evolve, what you've been working to step forward into is now here. And so I do feel like you've integrated all these experiences. You've integrated what you have been going through, what you've been moving through. And now I feel like the tides are shifting really. The energy is now moving in the right direction. So I feel like maybe you've been tested. You've had to really hold the faith. You've had to really hold the vision. And now that faith is being rewarded. Now the energy, the divine is ready to work through you. So I do feel like there is a dynamic, uplifting, quick energy that you're stepping into, but you're ready for it. You're ready for this new level of responsibility, this new karmic responsibility. And now the divine can kind of work with you because you have been chipping away at this new path. You've been chipping away at this lock, and now the energy is unlocking. And I see this expansion. I see these gifts coming towards you, and I see life beginning to move in the right direction. Your vision of what you've been holding the faith for is now being met with the physical, and your life is moving in the right direction now. So I do feel like there is a lot of excitement. I feel like new things coming in. I feel like this is a time to be innovative, a time to work with this flow of energy. But I do feel like the need to remain unattached and untethered to this old foundation to really move into and land in this new timeline and this new energy and version of yourself that is quick, that is moving quickly. It's no longer lingering in this in between. It's no longer, contemplating or questioning. It's there. It's dynamic. It's no longer in this in between. It's time for you to show up to your soul agreements. There are things that have been written in the stars that have been waiting for you to be in this exact moment, in this exact place on your path for you to show up to these soul agreements. So I do feel like you have had to, especially this past month, really, really stay true to what you know to be true, to hold that information of what you've been know to be true. Say there's certain people in your life that, you have felt were draining or pulling, you've had to really hold this vision of being so true to yourself and, hold the faith despite what has been shown to you or what maybe you've been tested and what you know to be true. And if you haven't listened to the October energy update, I do recommend listening to that, because there is an element to this, but I feel like new soul agreements are beginning to come in. I feel like new people coming in for a greater purpose. There is a greater coming together of souls for a higher purpose. And now it's time for you to show up to these soul agreements. So I do feel like maybe you've been holding out. Maybe you've been tested in your faith of what you know to be true, and needing to really maintain your faith, maintain your integrity, and maintain your energy despite what may be going on around you, like really being tested in that. And now it's like you are now here to show up to these new soul agreements, to really hold this new elevated version of yourself. And with that, these new soul agreements are coming in. There's something that has been written in the stars for you to show up to do. There are people that are meant to come together for a greater purpose. And I feel like there's new people and new soul agreements that you are showing up for that are ready to find you. Like something's been written in the stars. There is an element of divine destiny that you are stepping into. So it is time for you to evolve and to get used to you being powerful, to get used to you being in this new energy, because you have evolved. And now all of this has reached a tipping point. This momentum has been building. This divine potency has been building. And now it's time for you to show up to those soul agreements. I do feel like there's people coming in. There's so many different things coming through with this, but there is an element of like, there's codes for you to share. There's information for you to share. There's new codes that you are here, that you've been holding, that have to be expressed through you. There are people that are waiting for you to show up, to serve, right? And I feel like something's catching on, right? Energy is beginning to move in the right direction. It is time for you to continuously show up for these soul agreements, because I do feel like there are people that are waiting for you and your unique messages, your unique codes, your unique soul's frequency, which is being unlocked and expanded. Because there's a new soul frequency unlocking, now you are more recognized. Now people can recognize your soul frequency because they recognize you as your soul, not like what you look like, but they recognize your soul and your soul frequency. And I do feel like there's a flip side to this, like you recognizing other people and their souls and their soul frequency. So I do feel like there's an element of people coming together, your soul family coming together. I do feel like you've worked through, there's been this, like, I feel like there's this passing over effect where, your lineage, your ancestors, you've been working through a lot of karmic clearing, karmic experiences. And I do feel like I see this for some of you, like your star families here, and they're really making their energy and presence known, because there's like this passing of the torch that I'm seeing of you moving on to be like, okay, we've evolved from this karmic experience of moving through the lineage, the ancestors, and now your star ancestors are coming forward. There's this really powerful group that's coming forward, your star ancestors, and they're now here like passing the torch and are taking it over from here. So there's this need to really connect with your star family, because they're saying like, we are taking over, and there are different like new codes and galactic frequencies that are coming through this month. I feel like a lot of activations of your galactic wisdom, the wisdom of the universe that you hold, is ready to be unlocked. So a lot of energy unlocking this month, you receiving this knowledge that you are ready to share. And I feel like this knowledge is very innovative. It's very activating. There's new codes, new information, and you are the ones that are here to carry it forward. You are a key code holder. So I do feel like energy that has been tied up in the old energy, like you're moving through this new portal, and now there's like a very high frequency energy and new guides, but like your star family and new people coming in that are of this new frequency. So you are no longer to see yourself in this old reality. You're no longer who you once were. And so now you have to recognize who you are, because this is exciting. More of your soul's frequency is coming online, and your capacity has shifted to be able to hold what you've been calling in. So what wasn't possible, what maybe you're tied up in old karmic experiences, those have now closed down. And now you're in this new energy. And with this new energy of this like soul frequency unlocking, your soul's true path, your soul's true frequency, now people can find you. You're becoming more recognizable. So I feel like this veils of like being hidden are clearing, and you are now to rise up and to express and to receive these knowledge and wisdom that have been your gifts that have been passed down to you, are ready to come forward. So I do feel like a lot of evolution. I feel like a lot of innovation, a lot of ancient wisdom coming to the surface, but bigger things are ready to be set in motion. So it's time to evolve your vision. So I feel like maybe what you've been asking for was too small to where you are now. So it's time to step into that bigger vision. So I feel like this message of it's like big, bold vision is coming forward. I feel like innovation, new ideas, it feels very Pleiadian energy, very galactic energy, even like Arcturian. There's a lot of new technology coming through. Maybe that's a lot of you needing to try out new systems, try out new platforms, try out new innovative ways of sharing your gifts or your message, or beginning to share your message. It's time to come out of the cave, because there's a lot of emergence coming forward with these new activated energies. I hope this makes sense, because you have unlocked something and this is your untapped potential. This is your destiny and you're ready to hold this energy. So you have evolved. There's a tipping point and you're now moving into a very quick energy, which demands of you to just no longer linger, no longer think about it, but really step in and act and to receive this new insight. So you're being called to really act as if you are in this new identity, to try on this new identity that you've been working on and really anchor it in, because it is here. So a new portal is opening up for you and you're ready to step forward. It feels like manifestations, activations, new energies coming in. So you have been chipping away at this path, and now you've picked away at this lock, and now this energy is opening, and it is taking you time to get here. But now once that lock is open, it's chipped away, it is now open. And there's you needing to get used to this new energy of who you are. And when you can really hold that new identity, you being powerful, is when other people can now see you as that. So there is a need for you to show up as if, show up in that new energy and these new codes that you are carrying, because there's so much that you are unable to see about yourself, which is why I'm sharing this with you. And now you are able to show up, because there is a tipping point happening where now people are able to see you as who you are, this new powerful version of yourself. So let go of those old stories. Those are old energies. You do not need those old stories. It's time to really anchor into the new energy and no longer linger in that old story, that old energy. It does not serve you to be in that. It's now time to just like let it go and be here in this new energy. I'm just going to see if there's anything else that wants to come through. So there is a need for, again, the stillness and meditation and replenishing your energy amongst this very dynamic, action-based energy. The slate has been cleared. So from this moment forward, you are here to walk through this portal and recognize that that old energy was part of an old experience. And now there's a deeper sense of calling for mission and purpose. And I feel like there is a quicker evolution. Like maybe it is taking you some time to be here, but you are now here. And it's time to focus on this new higher vibration, this new mission and purpose, which has a power to it, because it is go time. You've cleared out the old. It is now go time. So make space to receive this information, because there is a lot of new guides and a lot of crown chakra information coming through, a lot of new downloads for you to act on, essentially. So it is go time. I hope that you enjoyed this energy update, and I will speak to you in the next video.